Guys, it's time for some real talk. Our sales have been plummeting, and I know why. I know the mistake I've made, and I want to share it with you so that you don't make it too. So we've gone from consistent sales between 8 to 10, and we've dropped down to under 5. And you know, we're waking up with 1 sale, or some mornings we're waking up with 0 sales. And I wanted to have some real talk with you because you might be in the same situation. There's a lot of talk about what your ad budget should be. Should you be putting money into ads? But honestly, this is why our shop has been plummeting in sales. And the reason is I haven't been researching. Yep. So when we were doing really well last year, it was Q3. Every morning, instead of getting up and looking at social media, I would get up and I would check 2 shops, and they both have around 20,000 sales now. And I would get up and I would have a look at what they'd sold overnight. Now I knew their shop inside out, so I knew that they had sold one of those. They did not have their sales open, which I have mentioned before is an easy way for you to look at. So they didn't have their sales open. You can tell if a shop's got their sales open because when you go to their shop, they will have a line under the sales. If they have a line on it, you can click on it and you can see exactly what they've sold. So if you scroll through a couple of pages, you can see what shirt or sweatshirt has sold 10, 15 times. It's quite amazing because often with a lot of shops, there's only about 20% or so of the items that actually sell. And I would say that for us as well. Maybe even 10% to be honest. It's the same stuff that sells again and again and again. So that's what I did. I would get up and I would have a look at what they'd sold, and then I would create my own version of it. Well, it was probably about March when I noticed that the retro font was in. So I've done a whole video on how I created that with Canva and Photopea. Photopea is free, but I noticed it, but I didn't jump on board. So this is where I made a mistake. I should have gone, okay, people are selling this groovy font. What I need to do is just put my own spin on it, change the colors, do a different color palette, and then put that up there as well. But I didn't. And now we're in October. They have had consistent sales on their nursing sweatshirts with the groovy font. So my point being is that we really need to be spending more time researching. So I've shared how I do it that way. The other thing I do is I will literally just type it in and go down a rabbit hole of literally different designs. So I might be looking at something specifically like a teacher, and then I'll notice someone that's on the front page for like a teacher sweatshirt. So they've only got like 100 reviews, and I'm like, well, they must be a new shop. Let's go have a look, see what they're doing. Why are they on the front page? And then I'll have a bit of a search through there and get ideas. The point being is that if we're not spending time researching, which I haven't been, being pregnant and now with a newborn, I haven't been researching, so I'm not up to date with what people want exactly. I shared recently in a video about comfort colors, and I haven't been able to expand on that. I have a few items in there that are selling occasionally, but I haven't been able to expand on what is already working. When you find a niche that's selling, then you want to put more into it. The other thing about the comfort colors was I do print on demands and use Printify. And when it came out, a lot of it was tie-dye, and I kind of just sat back to see what was going on. But what I should have done was actually research to see who was selling comfort colors on Etsy, because there is a shop, a 2022 shop, so they only opened this year, and they are well over 10,000 and they have comfort colors. So as sellers, we need to be creating items that people want, and they follow trends. A lot of back designs. I haven't done a back design, but yet people are selling those items. I see people in the street walking down the street with a design on the back of their sweatshirt or hoodie. So it's really important that we're spending time researching, and that's not what I've been doing. Yet, in the last 2 months, there's been occasions where I've spent a little bit of time looking at what other people were selling, and I've just created my own design and put in that niche, and we've sold it. So it's a selling niche, but it requires time and effort. You need to be looking around and working out what people are wanting. So that's probably what I'm saying. Whether you're doing print on demand or handmade stuff, you need to be researching more. Now, there's 3 ways that you can research. The first one is, like I said, following some shops. So following some of your competitors and spending time looking at what they're selling. And if they go on a new trend, like I've noticed some of them have got a new trend of a color palette, and they start selling that, then I've got another niche. That's obviously a popular color palette, and I could use that in another niche. So I'm not copying them for that niche, but I'm just using what is working, what is trending, what is selling, and putting it in another niche and hoping that I will make sales in that niche. So that's the first way. I really encourage you today, start following 2 shops minimum, your competitors in the niches you want to be selling. Number 2, these are all free. They do not require you having an external program. The next one is to type into Etsy some keywords and seeing what follows afterwards. So for instance, when I typed in comfort colors, you can see the keywords here that people are searching. So that can give you ideas, and you can click on one of those and have a look at how many items are in there and then work out, can you put something in there as well? Number 3 is similar. So let's go something big, teacher sweatshirts. So what you want to do is come over here to the right hand side and click most recent and have a look what people here are selling. So you can see what people are putting up. So if they're putting up new designs, you can kind of tell because they'll have multiple ones of the same. But you can also change this to top customer reviews. So then you know that this shop has been around for a while and they're selling. So that's what I'll change to as well. My point is, bare minimum, going forward for the next 7 days, I am going to spend 15 minutes researching what people are buying and what people want. And I encourage you to do the same. Put it on your phone, put an alarm, and then every time that goes off, you want to spend time researching. It doesn't matter where you are. You can research on your phone, you can research on the computer, but start researching exactly what people are buying at this time. There are so many different niches out there, but you've got to be on the platform to search and look and discover. It is literally like a treasure hunt. Then once you've done those 3 things, you've spent that time, and that is just researching time, that 15 minutes. That is not designing time. I encourage you to design some items, put it out there, see what works. I really feel putting out targeted items is the way to go. If you put an item out on a t-shirt and someone really loves it, they will most likely contact you if they want it on a mug, if they want it on a notebook. Can you do this on a comfort colors? That's what people have asked of me. So test the design and see if people like it. There has been some designs that I've done that have been terrible and I've sold none, and that's just a learning experience. We're not always going to get it right the first time, but I really encourage you to have a go, design some, and then put it up. Let me know in the comments below if you are going to do the challenge. I am going to be setting my alarm for 8:30 in the morning. So from 8:30 to 8:45, I'm going to be researching for 15 minutes. Let me know if you're doing the challenge and what time you're setting on your clock. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. If you haven't seen my review on comfort colors, I'll leave this video here. And if you want to know how to do that retro font that is trending, I'll leave that video here as well. Subscribe if you're not. If you've watched till the very end, in the comments below, comment, we've got this. Thanks for watching. Bye.